All right, folks, here's my 30-second video disclaimer. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not a millennial. Yeah, I'm in my 50s. So I wasn't born making and editing videos for YouTube. My audio and lighting probably suck. I don't use pop-up text. I don't even know how to show the cute little graphics during talking. In fact, this video might be the worst quality you've ever seen. However, I've watched a lot of YouTube and I'm always distracted or frustrated when people are playing with their hair, cussing every other word, watching them bebop to music while waiting for them to actually start talking about what the video is supposed to be about, repeating themselves over and over. This is an award-winning quality. It's all about content. So let's get started. You are going to have to pay taxes. So this is the top 10 tips for taxes for DoorDash and record keeping. Disclaimer, I am not a tax professional or consultant. I'm not affiliated with any tax services. This isn't legal advice. Number 1, keep in mind you will have to do taxes. You are considered self-employed, an independent contractor, and the government will be notified of your earnings. Earnings are turned over to the government if you earn anything over $600 for the year. Number 2, you will not be able to do a 1040A or a 1040EZ that you were probably able to do with your W-2 job. You will have to do a 1040 with a Schedule C and a Schedule SE for self-employed. Number 3, companies make mistakes. Just because you receive your 1099 from DoorDash doesn't mean it's correct. It's your responsibility to check it out. You can take screenshots of your daily, weekly, and monthly amount that you've earned, and I suggest you do that. At the end of the year, you can add up all 12 months and make sure that your 1099 matches your records. If not, contact customer service. Number 4, you don't have to pay for H&R Block or an accountant. You can do your taxes quite easily with TurboTax for a minimal amount of money. You will have to get the TurboTax self-employed version. There's other tax programs out there as well, but TurboTax is really easy. Number 5, you really don't want to spend money on TurboTax ever again? Don't worry about it. Do it this year and never have to do it again. Do your taxes, print them out, and save them. Next year, just use this year's taxes to see what amounts you put where on your forms. Example, what line item did TurboTax put your mileage on? Or what line item did TurboTax put your medical premiums? Then, you can hand fill out the forms and send them in by hand. You can print out the forms for free, online, or pick them up at most libraries and post offices. Number 6, track all your expenses. Track expenses for the car, interest paid for your car payment, car depreciation, insurance, registration, driver's license, road service like AAA, parking, tolls and bridges, mileage. There are different apps on the phone that allows you to track all your mileage and expenses all year long. QuickBooks is one of them. So does Everlance or Stride. I've heard that MileIQ does a great job. Each year, the amount you can deduct per mile changes. For 2018, it's going to be 54.5 cents for every mile of business, 18 cents for every mile of medical or moving purposes, 14 cents per mile for charitable organizations. Number 7, if you want to ensure you get the maximum deductible for car expenses, track your mileage, run your taxes with just your miles, and then run it again with your actual expenses to see which one comes out better. What are your actual expenses? In addition to the car payment, insurance, registration, road service, track how much you spend for gas, car washes, oil changes, and other routine maintenance, tires, car repairs. In order to do this, you have to know how many miles you had total for the year and how many miles was for work. Just write down your odometer at the beginning of the year and track your DoorDash mileage, and you can easily figure out how many miles was personal and how many miles was for work. Subsection A for number 7. If you're driving to meet another driver to discuss business over lunch, track those miles and keep your lunch receipt. Number 8, additional expenses for your taxes. Phone accessories, phone bills, clothing, food bags, mints for customers' bags. Anything work related like paper, pens, folders that you're using to track all your expenses with, your warmer bags, medical premiums, and all out of pocket expenses for medical, dental, vision. Also, you can track your mileage for medical appointments. And don't forget the money spent on TurboTax. Yep, the money that you spend buying TurboTax to do your taxes is tax deductible. One thing you might not think about is if you pay for any client food out of your own pocket because the money was reimbursed to you from DoorDash. Well, that reimbursement money will go onto your 1099 as well, so you definitely want to use it as a deduction. The more you keep track of your deductions means the less tax you will pay. Number 9, everything needs a receipt. Yes, this means every time you go to the gas station too. This is going to be cumbersome. It's going to be a pain in the butt. However, it's a fact that the government audits taxes of more self-employed people than any other category. Number 10, don't wait till the end of the year to get your records together. You will never find them all. If you really aren't into filing or keeping an Excel spreadsheet, then get a shoebox. Put all of them in the shoebox. You will hate sorting them out at the end of the year, but at least you will have them. Okay, I know you weren't expecting it, but here's a bonus tip. Number 11. I know you want all your money, and you thought it was so cool not to have an employer or a boss. However, if you work a W-2 job, your employer takes out taxes for each paycheck. If you're self-employed and don't put money aside into a savings account from each paycheck, you could be in trouble when it's time to pay your taxes. It's best to save 20 to 30% of your gross check in a separate account. That way you have it at the end of the year. All right, folks, that's it. Good luck with your taxes.